Remember, I don't hear well, so if you have to repeat to me, do.
You'll have to let me know if you can't hear me, okay?
Okay.
What are we working on today?
I have so many life challenges, and yet I feel like my eyes need our work now.
Well, just tell me, like you say, so many life challenges. Give me 3 to 5, and that gives the guide an intersecting point. 3 to 5 life challenges. Hearing and eyesight. Donna, hearing and eyesight.
Health and wellness in general.
Health and wellness in general.
Financial strain.
Financial strain.
And
perfect.
Always our love relationships. We want to improve the love we have with everyone.
Relationships. Finances, relationships, health. Those are the 3 big things that people walk through our doors with. And health, multiple issues. Hearing, eyesight, and overall vibrancy, right? Vibrancy? Is this okay with you?
Diabetic, yeah.
Diabetic.
I'm type 1
Type
diabetic.
1?
Type 1 diabetic.
Type 1 diabetes. Yeah. Hereditary.
Yep.
Awesome. First getting my alignment on. To the best of my pathetic abilities. No slack ever, which is fine. That's great, actually. If there was too much slack, I would lag, wouldn't I? I would. I like that tight leash. Keep me on a short leash. So now intention is to heal all these issues, the underlying root causes, in such a way as to bring you into alignment with your life path. Knowing that this is in the context of the Sunday afternoon practice upcoming in the level 3 class in which we work with future lives. My interpretation, my working theory is that's what this is supposed to be. Presenting. And I'm heading in that direction, and I'm going to resist anything else, because anything else is probably my crazy mind, not my helpful friend. I'm not going to resist too hard, because I'm going to follow the Tao wherever its currents lead, to the best of my stinky abilities. Getting my alignment. merging. Coughing again. Common reaction to energy shifting. I'm not ill. I don't have a cough. There'll be a lot of coughing. Starting to sweat. Merging channels up. Merging channels up. First, let's just pull this thing out of the heart while we're at it. That can't be helpful. Sending that to source, whatever that represents. I don't guess I need to know. Unimportant detail, don't get hung up in it. That's what they say to me. It's an unimportant detail, don't get hung up in it. Drawing a little bit out, there's like remnant around the heart. Feels like physical heart, but it feels like the physical heart. It feels as if there's something wrapped around your physical heart. So if I were a betting person, I would say you have some pericardial situation going on, and we'll just, while we're at it, collateral healing. Okay? Like, let's not pass by that. Look, I happen to notice it. They didn't show it to me by accident. It's like I don't know much about the pericardium, but it's like a sac-looking thing that has this twisted part of it that's somehow making your heart uncomfortable. So that's easy to fix. Smooth it out, and I see that it's the sac around the heart. This might become a metaphorical story, as a matter of fact, but it's also true. Like in physical symptomology, the sac around your heart isn't perfectly formed. There's a deformation of the pericardium or something. I don't know anything about that. But so we ease it as best it will ease, and now we're down to this thing that still doesn't look right. It's like I've done my best, and when I try to ask for the divine help to just make it right, they say, "Oh, you're not getting off that easy, sister." Feeling now the diabetes. Being the diabetes place. So the diabetes let me pass by that. The aspect of the diabetes with which we are going to engage is this fundamental hokey pokey going on. I put my soul energy in, I take my soul energy out. Put my soul energy in, shake it all about. Back out again we go. Can't decide, not committed, not actually committed. Do I want to be in a body, yes or no? You know what I'd like? Type 1 diabetes. That would give me potential to check out at any moment. All I have to do is forget to take my insulin shots, right? I could forget to take it on a vacation. You see? I like something like type 1 diabetes. It's manageable, but if I really decide I want to check out, I got my checkout pass in my back pocket. All right, I'll go into that body now. Dropping down. We're us. We're us. I'm you. We're us, but we're in the body now. Now we're in the body. Oh, jeez Louise. Lots of challenges. Challenges all around. I know, I said I was going to work on all this stuff. I know I did, but whew. Do the hokey pokey and I turn myself around. Can't commit. Learn a lot of stuff. Still a struggle. Okay. Here we go. Now start to see it's like a opening, an archway, and okay, so future. So we're looking into the future. We're just going to widen the future chakra a little bit more. Just so we don't have to squeeze through the archway, so to speak. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to start to reach a hand out, and the hand goes out, but it's like this telescoping arm. Whoosh! That's a long arm. It looks like a cartoon arm. Friends who are watching this, engage your subtle senses, engage your extrasensory perceptions, and begin to evaluate this for truth if you aren't already doing that, so that at the end, when I ask who noticed something, you can say something from your own perception. You see? Perceive. We can do it. Whatever sensing you have, it's enough. You're in this class, it's enough. Don't say I can't, because you can. You can. There's the hand. I just stuck my hand out, kind of waving it around, and it looked like this long telescoping arm, fakey arm, cartoony arm with a Mickey Mouse glove. You know how Mickey Mouse only has 4 fingers? What's with that, huh? You know? There we go. They say that's what can happen with diabetes. Oh, wow. Good point. So I'm connecting to some future life and asking help. And the future life is not wanting to help us in the traditional way of when help comes to us, is taking our hand and pulling us into the future. This is okay with you? We're just going to do a little bit of time travel right now. Okay? Upward rising energy. Here we go. Showing us things, our own selves. It's like, you know, and our guides are looking up. I'm looking upstairs at the guides, and they're smiling. They love this. And it's like when you're a mother's helper, you know, you're 8 years old, and you can help the little ones. And so it's like our future self is the mother's helper. We're the little one in this metaphor. Yeah. And the mother's helper can speak to us in our language. You know how kids can talk to other kids sometimes much more effectively than adults can, because I don't know why, they speak the same language. And so our mother's helper, who is our future self, is starting. And we're just like, oh yeah. It's not enough though. Like it takes the edge off, but it's still not enough. It's still not enough. I acknowledge, I'm not going to pretend it isn't wrong. The eyes and the ears in large part are tied into a pattern of wanting things to look different than they actually are. But it is what it is, you know. This is the truth. And so rather than wanting them to look different than they are, which distorts our vision, it literally distorts our vision, we begin to wish to see how things actually are, to have the intention, not wish, that was a poor choice of words, it was not a vibrational match for the signal. We have the intention to see things as they are. I'm going to need a 10-minute warning too. And so we have the intention to see things as they actually are, in addition to, rather than how we wish for them to be. Having that intention will begin a process, and what they're looking like, what it looks like, is peeling back nictating membranes. You know, nictating membranes, certain animals have a special membrane that will come over their eyes to protect them when they are swimming or something like that. And so this nictating, I might be mispronouncing it, but nictating membrane, it's possible I'm not saying that quite properly, but you'll have to figure out what I'm saying. Is this okay with you? You know what I'm talking about? Nictating membrane. And so that will come back. That has pulled over our eyes. We have a nictating membrane over our eyes, which has come from wanting things to be different than they are. There we go. And so this is like tied into some kind of, what they're saying, fantasy, and they don't mean it like a personal fantasy. It feels like a systemic, like a global, not a global, some element of society has a fantasy that we can, just like visualize and make it so kind of thing. And this like, who made up that story? How's that working? No, we can't do that. We have to be willing to see things as they are and ask for help to change them. See things as they are, intend to change them, like put our effort to the wheel. And you see how close this is to the concept of visualization. Close, but not the same.
Close, but no cigar.
Close, but no cigar. Close, but no cigar. So now we want to go for the cigar. So we say, I don't want these stinking nictating membranes. I'm going to stop this visualization thing because it isn't working. And I'm losing my eyesight. I don't want to lose my eyesight. I want to see clearly. I hear a song. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. And I see tiny little people standing in the ears. Tiny little people. And they're looking at the eardrums. And the eardrums are like a big gong thing. And they're ready to bong, but we have to do something to get that to happen. Oh, so there've been a lot of one moments where we just don't want to hear the scary stuff our guides say. They say crazy stuff. This is our, the guides are not saying crazy stuff, you understand, but this is how it feels inside of us. Saying crazy stuff. I'm not going to do that. Who's talking about stuff like that? La 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 la. There we go. This is what we all do. This is not about you understand? This is what we all do. This is the human condition. This is the human condition. So same thing. It's everybody. Until it isn't anymore. It's everybody until it isn't anymore. It's us until it isn't anymore. So we just start. Now, I know that they're standing in there and they're getting ready to gong my eardrums, and I know I'm afraid to hear what the gong, I feel fear, anxiety about what that gong is going to say. But oh well. I look at the mother's helper. Mother's helper's going, whoa, over my head. So lead us forward into another future life, right? Because I don't have it in me to hear this. So we turn to the mother's helper and say, can you lead us forward? And it's like this Tarzan through the jungle kind of thing where we're hanging, like the mother's helper just kind of hands us from the arm, you know. Well, we look like monkeys now. That's interesting. And there, just passed off to another monkey. It looks like, it's not a monkey, incorrect terminology, orangutan. Orangutan. We should not have orangutans in zoos. Get them out of the zoos. It's not right. You wouldn't like it any more than they do. Get them out. All right. This orangutan who is a future life way in the present. Perhaps literally an orangutan. Perhaps literally. Is pulling something out of our minds. It's unhelpful thoughts. What's going on? Everything okay? And I start to see the diabetes again. It's a representation of diabetes. A drawing. It's like a medical textbook drawing. I'm looking at a medical textbook, but it just is I believe it to be a symbol for diabetes. So consider, what does Western medicine tell us about the curability or lack thereof of type 1 diabetes?
You'll die with it.
You'll die with it. You'll never be
Never get
free
better.
of it. Let's get rid of that, baby, because that sucks your vitality like nobody's business. And so this future self, orangutan self, knows all this craziness. 10 minutes, okay? It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy talk. Just because they don't know how to cure it does not mean it is not curable. He's saying it really slow, like for stupid people. Right? Just because they don't know how to cure it doesn't mean it's incurable. Those are two different statements, correct? Mm-hmm. Those are two different statements. I don't know how to cure it is very different than this cannot be cured. Yes? So good news, I don't know how to cure it either. And I'm not afraid to say that. I don't know what to do. We need some help. And now the orangutan is like, whoo, really fast, connecting its forward, whoo, to someone really, really far in the future, and it's like right in front of a golden glowing, and golden is the wrong term, whitish, goldish glowing space or door opening something. Help us, help us, help. Help us. Help us, help us, help us. And all beings with incurable diseases, whoa, quote unquote, they're putting it in quotes. Whoo, I'm sweating. All beings with incurable diseases, quote unquote. All beings with incurable diseases, help us all, help us, everybody. Whoa, whew, that was a big jolt. Help us and everybody with incurable diseases. Let go of first that crazy talk. That crazy talk. Connect into that aspect of the future where it's known, well known, how to heal this stuff as eternal beings. Our society also is evolving, albeit slowly, and will come to the point where these things are known. Where these things are known. Energy expansion. Congratulations. Now, I probably am out of time, right? Probably.
8 minutes.
Oh, wow. 2 minutes felt as long as a 20.
7 minutes.
Okay. All right. Now, asking for help, asking for help. Asking for help to make this right, make this right, make this right. So now we'll start drawing it back into the present moment. It's like we're working the energy between whenever this is way the heck out in the future, I don't know when, and drawing it into the present moment, into the now moment, and through us into the past, certainly all the way back to before when this life was born, but actually until the first labeling of diabetes ever occurred, to that labeling. All the way back, healing it for all beings, healing it for all beings, healing it for all beings. So consider perhaps that what's trying to get in through the ears is to have a soul plan of healing this crazy concept of such a thing as an incurable disease. Who made that? Nobody made that rule. That is not true.
That's not true.
It's not true. It's an unhelpful belief system, and we can change our beliefs. We can change our beliefs. We can do it. Now we have to work at the cellular level, you understand, because this is cellular. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. For us and for all beings. And so when it's just us, we're only riding on our own grace, you understand? But when we engage, help everybody. Now we've got a river of grace engaged, right?
Yes.
You feel it. Drawing this down through us, and around us. It's beginning to anchor it in the past. They're going time. So, okay, I'm going to start. Okay. Again, therapeutic length sessions. Hour and a half, quite common. This is a half-hour demo. Constraints of an educational process and constraints of a 3-day workshop in 2 days. Going to ask for errors to be corrected and omissions to be included. How are you feeling? Everything okay?
I feel fine.
Errors corrected, omissions included. Things that were done poorly. Whoa! So obviously a lot of poorly done work, right? Things that were done poorly. Things that were done poorly. Things that were done poorly to be well done. Things that were done poorly to be made well done through grace. Things that were done poorly to be made well done through grace. Now everything lifted up to well done, to be made divinely perfect, quite obviously through grace. To be made divinely perfect, quite obviously through grace, asking for this entire session to be made divine. Divinely perfect, quite obviously through grace. I'm asking for Paula's energy and mine and all we touched to be brought to perfect frequency and alignment and in harmony with the all that is. For Paula's energy and mine and all we touch, which is all beings, to be brought to perfect pitch and balance, especially balance between the higher soul and the body-mind, and in harmony with the all that is. For Paula's energy and mine and all we touched, which is all beings, to be brought to perfect vibration and a full state of empowerment. We have enough to live the lives we've come here to live. We are enough to be who our souls want us to be. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We come in with big soul plans and it seems impossible, but we can do it. We're only asked to do what we can do. We're never asked to do anything more. It's true. We do what we can do, and some element of the divine supplies the rest. Separating out the energy just really quick, like pulling a fiber optic cable into its component parts. Supporting all of them. We can do it. We can do it. Keep saying it. Supporting all of them with upward rising earth energy. Archangel Michael uses his vessels to sort out the energy of the world. We can do it. Archangel Michael uses his vessels to sort out the energy of the world. Archangel Michael uses his vessels to sort out the energy of the world. So be it. So be it. So be it. Whew. So be it. We are complete. We are complete. We are complete. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just stay. Just stay for a minute. Just stay for a minute.